guys, welcome to another Frugal Friday. We are going to be doing my paycheck budget breakdown for the last paycheck of the month of January. So I can't believe this was a kind of a magic month for me, and we actually have got 3 paychecks. So this is paycheck number 3, and I'm just kind of liking that I had 3 paychecks this month. It definitely kind of gave me a little bit of cushion after Christmas, if you know what I mean, jelly bean. So I am going to just jump right in here, and I'm gonna look. I need a reference back. I have everything set up for my my February bills. I had to get that done and filmed just a little bit early because the last paycheck of Friday falls on the very last, in the month of January, on the very last day. And so I needed to make sure that I had everything set up for February so that I could reference it for this last paycheck. So I had to do all that a little bit early. But you will be seeing those videos coming out very soon if you haven't already, since it's the end of the month. All right, so we are going to be saying this is paycheck number 3. And we are going to be budgeting $2,400 out. And always, first and foremost, is tithe and half of the mortgage. So we'll put that down here. Okay, and then that should be all that I need to look at for January, and then we will hop over to February and see what bills are going to be coming out. So this is actually payday here, and so the bills that are going to be due are here up through the 11th, it looks like. There, let's make sure you guys can see all that. So let me so I have Apple iCloud, so I'll start there. And that is $2.99, so I round up. I kind of like to round up and down as best I can. And then Roth IRA then comes out on the 2nd. Usually it's very close to the very first of the month. It may not come out to like the Monday or Tuesday since that's on the weekend, but close enough. And that's $400. And then my car insurance and trash. My car insurance has gone up. It went up in, I guess, the month. It went up for January. The first part of January it went up. And it was like almost 120. I don't know, it was like 17 or 18, so I'm just rounding up to 120. And then trash is still the same at 31. And then my electric this time, I'm going to really plan extra for it because we had a very cold snap a couple different times in January. So I'm gonna budget for $400, and hopefully that will cover it. Hopefully it's not more than that, but we're gonna budget $400. And I think that that's all of the bills then that come out before the next paycheck, which is on the 14th. I had thought about including internet and water, and I think maybe I will go ahead and do that. I didn't put them down to fall under this paycheck, but my fear is because I don't get paid till the 14th, and they're due that if I don't budget out of this paycheck, then I won't remember to budget. I'm just trying to figure out what to do. I like to keep them with its respective paycheck, but I've already... I guess I'll keep it. I'll keep it like that. And that would be another $140. Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't like it whenever they literally fall the day after, because technically that could cover. If I wait and pay them, maybe I can pay them then. So I think I'll wait. I think it'll be fine, and I'll just pay them once, because they may not be due on the 15th. Sometimes I will just pay just 2 or 3 days ahead, so they might not be due till sometime this next week. And I get bills in the mail for both of those. Let me look at an old water bill and see. Yeah, my water bill for January was not due till the 25th. I just try to pay it as soon as I get it in the mail. So I think that'll be fine. And then I know, like, the same with my internet. It's not due on the 15th. I think it may be due. And I just generally pay it around that time of the month. Because whenever I was setting up, like, when these bill due stickers, I kind of looked at when I was paying them out of my checking account. So anyway, I think it'll be fine. I'm going to leave it. That was a long roundabout way of coming to that conclusion of never mind. I'm gonna keep those on paycheck 2, or actually paycheck 1 of February, because technically my water isn't due till later in the month, but as soon as I get the bill in the mail, then I try to pay them, and so that's typically I get them around the 15th. So it'll be fine, because I should be able to pay them then, and I always pay them electronically anyway, so I can pay them on the 15th. It's fine. I don't have to send the checks out to them. All right, so that should cover all of my expenses here as far as the bills that are due. And then I have been putting the gas for my car over here on this one again, even though it's a variable expense. I was running out of lines because I added in a personal category for myself. So I'm putting my, and look, I wrote GAR. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm not responsible for anything. My GAR, the gas for my car, my GAR. Oh my word. I'm a mess. I really am a mess. So I budget out $150 per paycheck, and that has so far been more than enough. So, I'm still laughing at my GAR. Isn't a GAR? Isn't there a fish that's a GAR? That's got like a really long, like, mouth, teeth, like something like that. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that there's some kind of a fish that's a gar. I don't know. My brain. Okay, focus, Courtney, focus. All right, and then we're gonna go to my variable expenses, basically my cash envelopes, mostly what this is. So I got groceries, and I budget out $200 per paycheck. Then I have pet care, which gets $25 a paycheck. And then my beauty, I decided to up the beauty category to $15 a paycheck and do $30 a month. I kind of recalculated some of my things starting in February. My monthly budget will look just a little bit different because I decided to up some of the money in these categories. Because if I have $30 a month, I'm about every 4 months probably getting my hair cut, collared, that kind of stuff. And so if I save $30 a month, that puts it really close to $120, which is really close to what it was to cover it. So that's why I decided to increase that. And then gifts, this one still is fine at $10 a paycheck. I'm just kind of building that fund up. And then car maintenance, I've been doing 15 a paycheck in that one, and I think I kept that one the same because that should be pretty good, I think, to be able to have my oil changes, because you don't do those every single month. And then my lawn care, this is the one that I really bumped up. So, and I know I talked about this in, I don't remember, maybe it was my monthly budget video, but which will be coming out probably tomorrow. But I decided to go ahead and increase this one. So you guys are kind of getting a little bit of a sneak peek of my monthly budget changes, just because this paycheck at the end of January falls on some stuff on February. So we're going to kind of break it down as if it were already into February. So my lawn care, I decided to increase that amount. I got to remember how much I was going to do. I think it's $30 a paycheck. No. It would be $60 a paycheck. Yes. That's what I decided to do because, and I think I was doing $25 a paycheck and only putting like 50 in a month. And I decided to like up it to $120 a month because what I decided to do is I went back, and reviewed like how many times he came last year, which was like 16 times. And then I added a few more times to that to make it, I rounded it up to 20 times just because I thought, well, in case we had a wet summer and not a dry summer like we had last time, he might mow a few more times. So I decided to round it up to 20 times, and then he increased his price this time to $70 a time this year. And so I basically just multiplied that times 20, split it out, and then I divided it out by the 12 months to kind of figure out like how much I would need to save each month to kind of cover for that. Anyway, so I hope that kind of makes sense. This year, it's not really going to be built up enough to cover all of the lawn care expenses because I'm just now starting it, and I should have been doing this all the way since last, October whenever he quit. But it's fine. We're going to build up what I can, and then we'll continue on. And next year, things will be better. I'll have money saved up more for these and prepared more for these. But yeah, so I am doing my cash envelope, and I increased that one to $60 per paycheck. And then we have Dropbox, which gets $5 a paycheck, and Canva subscription, which is $5 a paycheck, and then Amazon Prime, which is $6 a paycheck, and then my Costco membership is $6 a paycheck, and Sam's Club is $5 a paycheck. And then I decided to add in a personal category, and I'm going to put in $25 a paycheck for that. So let's add up and see where we are on things, and see how much money we have left over to play with. Okay, so trying to figure out how I'll put that over there. Okay, so we've got $250 for tithe, $750 for mortgage, $3 for Apple iCloud, $400 for my IRA, $120 for car insurance, $31 for trash, $400 for electric, and $150 for gas. So that is $2,104. Oh, I'm going to be really, really close on the whole budget here because I only have $2,400. We'll see if I can. We're going to add these up, but I am afraid that I'm going to go over budget. So I'm going to have to do some rearranging. So $200 for pet care, $25 for let me just start. $200 for groceries, $25 for pet care, $15 for beauty, $10 for gifts, 15 for car maintenance, 60 for lawn care, 5 for Dropbox, 5 for Canva, 6 for Prime, 6 for Costco, 5 for Sam's, and 25 for personal is $377. So yeah. So let's see. I gotta just make a note here. Let me just write down here. So $377. I'm gonna have to figure out, because that plus $21.04 is, so I'm $81 over budget. So $24.81. So I gotta figure out basically where I'm going to take out $81 from this. Oh, it's because I have such a large electric bill this time, and I am anticipating it being that much. So let's see. I wouldn't have to necessarily save for lawn care right now because so that would be like $60 that would take, and I would just need $21. Let's see what my subscriptions, I mean, I could always do my personal. I wouldn't have to do that either. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll just, yeah. So I think that's what we're going to do this time, is we're going to just, I'm just going to cross it out. Because that would be $85, so that would give me $4. That's, yeah. That's what we'll do. So lawn care, I'm just not going to save the money for that one this time. And then personal, we're not going to save. So let me add that up. So 200, 25 for pet care, 15 for beauty, 10 for gifts, 15 for car maintenance, 5 for Dropbox, 5 for Canva, 6 for Prime, 6 for Costco, 5. So that would be $292. And 2,400 minus 2104 is $296. And then we subtract $292, which is $4. So we're just gonna say I'm gonna have $4 in rollover. So that's how we're gonna go. So this time the paycheck budget is really tight. That's kind of why you do these, and a lot of this is because I have such a large electric bill coming out. So yeah, so that's how everything's gonna fall this time. I definitely have to keep those bills on that one this time, just because I got so many other expenses and stuff coming out. So yeah, so anyway, that's what I'm going to do this time. I'm not going to save any for lawn care or any for personal, and that will make a difference for sure. So all right guys, well, let me go ahead and, so this is like a real budget, y'all. This is how you see that everything's not always chocolate and roses. Let me see. I was going to, but since this is paycheck number 3, I think I'm just going to washi this in back here, because I don't want to put it into February stuff yet. I don't think I do, because let me look and see. But I guess I could, because I was trying to look, because I get paid there on the 14th, and then again on the 28th, and the 28th will fall into that week. I don't know. I think I'm still just going to washi it in for the end, because it's technically for January. I don't really want to put it in the February. So I'm just going to washi it in back here. It's fine. That way I'll keep it in the month of January. Technically, I guess some of this is my planner's just set up weird. That's why. Because it has that, it's like the last week of, it doesn't like by 4 weeks. And so the last week of January goes into the February month, even though most of the days of that week are in January, which doesn't make any sense to me. I'm trying to get my washi to let loose here. There we go. Okay, sorry guys. It was not wanting to lift up. So we are just going to washi this in. And then we'll put a piece down along the bottom. All right. Okay, and this kind of gives you an idea of why, like, breaking it down by paycheck, and like when you have a magic month, you really don't have a magic month. So like this was my paycheck number 2, and I had like all this extra money that I could apply towards mortgage and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's probably some of, in all honesty, probably some of that money it gets carried over a little bit into the next paycheck, even though this paycheck will cover everything because I'm cutting out a couple categories. Yeah, so anyway, this is real life budgeting, y'all. This is it. So definitely it's because I have so much coming out of my for electric. This, and the first paycheck of the month is just really bill heavy. So that's why I started splitting out like my mortgage and all that, because I was like, I can't have a whole mortgage payment come out of that, because that would be like a third or more of the paycheck. So so that's why I started breaking it out and saving for half of it out of one paycheck and half out of the other. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this real life budgeting paycheck breakdown, and I had to cut a couple categories out. So this is real life, and this is why we budget. So all right guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.